Number 13, Suleiman Mambure. Number 18, Lai Jabang. Number 5, Usman Trawale. Number 17, Mohamed Haidara. Number 19, and Sambu Kanyi, who also doubles as the skipper from Fulham, wears the number 10, and he completes the starting 11 of Fulham FC. On their substitutes, we have Ibrahim Bojang, wearing number 39, Buba Bojang, Abdul Saidi, number 7, Kemo Saidi, number 11, Buba Manjan, number 20, Karamba Bojan, number 8, Al-Ghazim Bari, number 31, Yankuba Jaju, number 6, completes the substitute, and their tactician is Lamin Faburi. For team PTK, just arriving is the Inspector General of Police, who co-sponsored this league final alongside the National Assembly member of Combo East, Honorable Abdul Sow. We also want to acknowledge the presence of ASP Momodu Musa Siso, the Public Relations Officer of the Gambia Police Force, who also is in our midst alongside his boss, Sidi Mukhtar Toure. For PTK, we have member Sise. Member Sise wearing number 1, Alassana Baji number 4, Ibrahim Anyasi number 17, Seni Toure number 7, Suleiman Nyandu number 8, Fode Janko number 2, Umar Dabo number 3, Aliu Toure number 15, Abdullahi Toure number 10, Umar Bojan number 11, Zakaria Njai completing the starting 11, wearing number 14. And in their substitutes, we have Sambu Jalo number 18, Mohamed Sane number 19, Saliu Damfa number 13, Zakaria Sise number 16. And they are being led by head coach Abdullahi Toure. And sitting by my left is the ever reliable Party, alongside a co-host of journalists on the ground. Will be bringing you the ball-to-ball commentary as things unfold at the Pirang football grounds. Party, welcome.
Thank you very much. It's of course a pleasure to be here at the Pirang football field. Not only to be here as a spectator, but here to witness this great and grand final between PTK and Fulham. Just as you rightly mentioned, we believe this final is going to be an enticing one with a whole lot of entertainment alongside. Already the both sides are already on the pitch, and we believe it's definitely going to be a great final.
Exactly, it is going to be a great final. And from PTK, barely a fortnight. For PTK, the defender was on alert as he blocked a goal scoring opportunity. And PTK will now attack from the right side of attack with the number 3. the netminder for Fulham FC. Manka leaves duties for Musa Gay. Musa sends in a powerful one, a solid centre-back, into the half of PTK. PTK will now launch an attack. The battle in the middle of the park, Jared Dampa is involved. Foul says referee, and it is to the benefit of PTK, just barely 2 meters from the center circle. PTK will launch another free kick. Let's see what it will yield. The game in its infancy, it is still Fulham 0, PTK 0. PTK is sensing a long one, he delivers. Manka is equal to the task, and it was an easy catch for Manka, who launched an attack. Sambukanyi, team captain for Fulham, is involved. Sambukanyi, a fan favorite. Sambu once again, but he loses cheaply as PTK will launch another attack. Danger looms, but the flag is raised as it is an offside. Pafati, the game very young. What is your take?
Thank you very much, Ben Suare. It is definitely a great and bright beginning between PTK and Fulham. And already we could see both sides are definitely very much hungry in searching for the breakthrough. And we believe the first side to score here will definitely change the dynamics as far as the showdown between Fulham and PTK is concerned. And the last 4 matches played between PTK and Fulham Football Club, of course, it was all victories for Fulham Football Club, and the only time PTK got the better of Fulham came through a protest against PTK. And already around the area it is PTK now, and PTK seems to be the most impressive side since the commencement of this great and lively final at the Pirang football field. It is definitely entertaining here. We believe it's going to give us a whole lot of flyer as far as the final is concerned.
Exactly, PTK. Fulham will now launch with their talisman Sambukanyi. Sambu on the left side of attack. He delivers into the box. A chance there. What can they get? Mbemba Sise is equal. A thunderous shot, but Mbemba was equal to the task as he launched another attack. He launched another attack. Fulham threatened, but goalkeeper Mbemba was equal to the task. And we also have in our midst, we also have Kemo Kanyi, another reliable journalist who is also on the ground, and we also have to hear his version of the game.
Yes, thank you so very much, Ben Suare. As expected in finals, our anticipation before getting to the start of the game is that we are going to witness a very, very tough encounter between these two sides here in Fulham and that of the PTK side. So, it is the meeting of the champions because, a league winner and also that of the knockout winners are the ones taking on against one another here. So, it is a champion against a champion here. And then we are hoping that the game will be a very, very tough test between the two. And also, it is going to be a very, very tightly contested affair between these two sides here. And already in the initial stage of this particular game, we have seen that being manifested here, by all the players that are filed into this particular game, because a final, is always very, very different. Its approach is always different from any other game that players are taking part in. So they are hoping that this is the only game that they have for them to celebrate the glory for this particular day. It is not a league game, but a final, and then it is only one game. You need to deliver at your best for you to be able to be crowned as champions from this particular contest. And then we have seen that, momentum from both sides here, and also the fight here between these players here is just eye-catching. So we are hoping to see or witness a very, very tightly contested affair in this Ben Suare.
Exactly. Like you said, it is already a competitive game between these two heavyweights. Another chance there. Another chance. What can he do? He loses cheaply. We have seen Sambukanyi comes close. But again, Sambukanyi, a deadly attacker. And definitely he must be very much mad with himself. It was a glorious opportunity to give Fulham an early lead. and with both coaches occupying their technical areas, urging their respective players to play under their instructions. Definitely, it is already an entertaining game because we have seen a few goal scoring chance there, and it is now the turn of PTK. We are also live on LSTV. For those of you more especially in the diaspora could watch all actions via LSTV, who are currently bringing you live up to date with the happenings at the Pirang Mini Stadium. We would like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Isa Balde, alias Pirang Fabricio Romano. This is a man who gives daily updates on a daily basis, not only for people of Pirang, but Combo East and the Gambia at large. PTK comes, they send in a long one, but the goalkeeper is called to action and he is equal to the action. In our midst, we have Mr. Ismaila Sanko, the head coach of Pirang, who guided Pirang to the round of 16 in the Combo East District Tournament. We also want to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Yusufa Job of the Gambia Radio and Television Services, who, despite a busy schedule, is also back in his hometown. Sanyamba, barely under 10 minutes played, and you have been watching proceedings from the minute go. What has been your take?
Thank you very much, Ben. Anyway, today is a heavyweight match. Since by looking, you will know that PTK and then the team that they are playing, they are all very good teams. They have gallant footballers, and by history, what I have documented today, you realize that PTK is a team that played 2 finals, league and then knockout last year. But unfortunately, they were battered by Fulham during the knockout final league, and then by Sanchaba this year. This year, the same team, PTK, is qualified for both knockout and then the league final. Fortunately, the future star on penalty shootout. They were the future star on penalty shootout. Today, they are facing Fulham for another final league, Mr. Ben. And then if you look at Fulham, Fulham is also another very strong foot team for that matter. Fulham won a final league out final last year. They won this last Super Cup final also. Today, they are here with PTK. And then by looking at them, you realize that all of them are having gallant footballers. And then by looking, you will realize that the 2 teams are fit to play the match. But we don't know who will win. But at any moment, we will be supplied with who will be the winners and who will go with the trophy.
Exactly, Sanyamba. It has been a competitive game between these 2 sides, and the game is still barren as it is yet to produce the goals which everybody wants to be associated with. But Fulham will now attack on the left side with the number 19. He loses cheaply but wins another throw-in for his side. The number 14 will launch another attack, quickly connects to the number 19 for Fulham. Fulham still enjoying some beautiful exchange. Lamin Jabang there, but they lose cheaply to their opponent as PTK wins another throw-in to the right side of their defense. PTK will now launch, and it is Umar Dabo. He sends in a long one. He connects to the number 7. Danger there, but play will continue. The number 7, but poorly taken as Fulham regain possession. It is back to PTK. PTK launching another attack. Zakaria there to the number 10, who dazzles but could not pass his marker. Jere Damfa in action. Jere tries, but it is back to goalkeeper Manka Fati. Manka Fati there. He launching a long one. The aerial duel. Play will continue in the middle of the park, but the ball eludes, and it is a throw-in to Fulham FC. Fulham dressed in their all blue jerseys. What can he get? rather unfortunate. The ball eludes, and it is another goal kick to PTK. Central referee Bajamba Bojan demands for the ball on a day when there won't be much of the time wasting. 2 balls in the field of play. The one is kicked the other way. Oh, poorly executed, and it is a throw-in to Fulham FC. Fulham will now launch with team captain Sambukanyi. He drops the ball for the right back, who sends in a long one. PTK clears their line, and it is a corner kick to the benefit of Fulham. Fulham, who started the game slowly, have seen them improve, and they have created some few goal scoring chances, but it is still goalless as the ball is yet to find the back of the net. Under the watchful eyes of the Inspector General of Police, Sidi Mukhtar Toure. A long one there, PTK will have to defend, whilst their opponents, Fulham, will launch an attack. The number 4 sends in a long one. The goalkeeper, Mbemba Sise, who was a hero for his side a fortnight ago when they triumphed against Future Stars. Will he replicate those heroics today? But the game is still very young, barely under quarter an hour played. He sends in a long one. PTK poorly control, and the ball eludes, and it is another throw-in to Fulham. Fulham will now launch on the right side of attack, but they lose cheaply as PTK regain possession. PTK will now launch. PTK there. A player goes to the ground just on the touchline, and it is a foul to the benefit of PTK. You can follow the live proceedings live on your mobile phone via LSTV. Tall Lanky number 8, he connects to the number 4, who sends in a long one, but it won't count as the flag is already raised, and it is offside. Your name again? Good. It is still goalless. Quarter an hour played at the Pirang football grounds. It is Fulham nil. PTK, who have a mission to make it a double final. Last season they played 2 finals. Another chance there. Inches. Sambukanyi came very close, but the ball couldn't find the back of the net. Inches. Fulham are knocking the doors, but the doors are not yet answered. The doors are not yet open, as their prayers are not answered. A resolute PTK defense line. 2 weeks ago, when PTK played against Future Stars, it ended in a barren draw. But looking at the few goal scoring chances that are created, definitely we might be seeing some few goals. Though finals are games where goals are not seen much. Among a host of dignitaries is the Inspector General of Police, Sidi Mukhtar Toure, traveling back to his hometown. We also have the Police Public Relations Officer, Modu Musa Sisao, Pa Usman Toure, VDC Chairman Pirang, Mustafa Baji, aka Star Baji, Tijan Bojang, former sports president, Pirang Sports Committee, Buba Bojang, known as OU, sports veteran, Aisatumbali Mbojang, a former footballer for Fire Service, Alaji Janko Solo Toure of Pirang, brother to the Inspector General of Police, Keba Sanyam from the District Sports, Basiru Toure and wife, Kira from Germany, Basiru Ture and wife Kira from Germany. Basiru is a son to Pa Usman Bojang. For now, that is the dignitaries who made it. Just arriving is the National Assembly member of Combo East, that is Honorable Abdul Sow. And also we want to acknowledge the presence of the Chief of the District, Chief Bakari Sanyang of Faraba Banta. Barely under 20 minutes played, it is still goalless, Kemo Kanyi.
Yes, very well, it is still goalless. The game remains a barren game so far, I mean, into this particular contest, but already we have seen that the intention to end this particular game is very, very clear from both ends. I mean, they will want to win this game and then go home with the trophy. But, I mean, you can also see the same is being urged by their respective fans here that are gathered here to give them that support so that they will be able to emerge victorious at the end of the regulation time that will be played here. I mean, after everything has been said by the officials of the match. But nonetheless, I mean, we have seen, Fulham being the better side since the start of the game, because you have seen most of the chances here that have been crafted here closely, I mean, chances that come very close to scoring are crafted by the Fulham side. So, but for their opponents as well, they have been very, very resolute, especially at the back in trying to defend against an opponent. If you feel that you are not creating more chances, you try to deal with the chances or prevent your opponents from scoring the chances that they are creating, and then they are doing that with style. So let's see if they will be able to continue on that track, or are we going to see one of the sides here being able to break the deadlock before the first half ends here, Ben Suare.
Thank you very much, Kemo. It is still goalless, like Kemo alluded earlier on. We have seen a few goal scoring chances, but putting the ball in the back of the net has been the most daunting task live at the Pirang football grounds. And to some little international, Manchester are currently showing supremacy against 10-man Chelsea, but we will shift back to the Pirang football grounds, where it is the league final sponsored by Inspector General of Police Sidi Mukhtar today, alongside the National Assembly member of Combo East, Honorable Abdul Sow. And Sanyamba, we have played almost 21 minutes, though unofficial as we are not timekeepers. What has been your take on these two heavyweights?
Thank you very much, Mr. Ben. Anyway, the field is electrified. The two teams are playing furiously to ensure that at least they secure a goal for their teams. And in fact, it's a derby game. By looking, you realize that the two teams are strong and all of them are agitating for a goal. It seems PTK is doing everything possible, at least to conceive a goal, but Fulham is doing everything to defend their goal post. And then it must be recommended, the fans also must be recommended for amplifying the field. You can hear the melodious sound from the fans, drums from the scout bands, you name it. And then we will also have a cross-section of host dignitaries from Pirang and then satellite villages from Pirang. So this is telling us that this is a heavyweight game that at least it wants to be watched, and then we will urge everybody to observe very well so that we can know who is going to be the winner of the game. Whoever wins the game, it means he is the king of this particular village. And then by looking at it also, you realize that these two teams were going for finals for several times. So it's like they are rivals. So that rivalry may make it to be a derby game. Thank you very much.
Exactly, Sanyamba, like you said, an opportunity there he sends, and PTK takes an early lead. Zakaria Njai, wearing number 14, gives an early lead to PTK. Pirang Talibekunda have their noses in front as they occupy the driving seat. A thunderous shot from Zakaria Njai was too powerful for Manka Fati, and PTK have their noses in front. And like it is said, last season PTK were in two finals and they lost all. But earlier this season, we saw them clinch the knockout final a fortnight ago against Future Stars. And today, in the league proper, in the league final, they currently occupy the driving seat, Kemo Kanyi.
Yes, very well. I mean, Ben. I mean, PTK losing 2 finals last season, and then I mean this year, I mean they have won 1 trophy. So that tells you that they are on a learning process as they move forward in trying to rectify the mistakes they will be doing earlier on. And then we have seen, I mean, Fulham being the better team here so far in the first 20 minutes that we have watched them play, but squandering so many opportunities that they could have capitalized on, but failed to do so. And then we have seen one very good one fall for the PTK side, and then they capitalized on that and then utilize it into a goal. So in a final, I mean, a more clinical side will always go home with the trophy. If you fail to, I mean, capitalize on your chances, your opponents will have theirs. If they are able to put their chances to goals, I mean, that creates a very, very, I mean, unfriendly or whatever situation that you find yourself in, because you get yourself frustrated at the time when your opponent, when you fail to score many chances and your opponents have one and then been able to utilize that one into a goal. And then PTK, rather, I mean, this is one of the first very chance that we can say that they could have opened the score with, and then indeed they have done that in style. So they are currently leading here by a lone goal to nil. But I believe, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, a more clinical side will be going home with the trophy. If you fail to capitalize on your chances, your opponents will, I mean, utilize theirs, and then you lose the game. But I mean, the game is still very much alive for Fulham as well to come from behind and then get themselves, I mean, a result that they will be yearning for before coming into this particular game. But currently, PTK utilize their chance, and then they are leading by a lone goal to nil. A more clinical side into this game so far.
Exactly, Kemo Kanyi. Definitely an intense evening, and not my words, but words of Kemo. In football, if you don't take, you'll give, and if you give, you regret the few goal scoring chances created. And currently, as the drama unfolds at the Pirang football grounds, it is Pirang Talibe Kunda alias PTK who are currently occupying the driving seat, and they have their noses in front. Play temporarily brought to a halt as a PTK player is currently nursing an injury, and he's been attended to by the medical staff, that is the Red Cross, present at this ground. Under the under the watchful eyes of the Inspector General of Police, who has been the chief guest of honor, it is still 25 minutes played, and PTK currently have their noses in front, but PTK are currently a man down as one of their players is currently nursing an injury, and the Red Cross are currently attending to him. It is the Pirang League final, co-sponsored by the Inspector General of Police, Sidi Mukhtar Toure, and the National Assembly member of Combo East, Honorable Abdul Sow. PTK, who are on a mission that is to make it a double, are currently leading, while standing their way to deny them from a double is Fulham, a familiar opponent, an opponent they have played 4 times prior to this game. And it has been the bragging rights were won by Fulham en route to this game, but today is a different ball game as PTK are barely under 14 minutes to the break. And like we know, the game is very much lively and very young for PTK to be complacent. He sends in a long one, headed away as Fulham will now launch an attack. Jere Damfa. Jere sends in a long one. The chase continues as team captain against the number 5. What can he do? The team captain for his side, Omar Dabo. Omar Dabo wins a throw-in for his side against Lai Jabang. Omar Dabo will send in a long one. He sends in a long one to the goal. He tries to connect to the goal scorer, but who couldn't connect. On the left side of defense for PTK, they clear their line. The chase is on the number 11, but the flag is gone up as it is an offside. The goalkeeper, Manka Fati, allows the ball to elude. He grabs quickly, and he will launch another attack to the right side of the Fulham attack, and Aliu Jammeh drops the ball for Musa Gueye. Musa Gueye sends in a long one. Team captain Dabo clears his line. A long one, Zakaria Njai, the goal scorer. Zakaria Njai, the goal scorer, a man who has written his name in the history books of Pirang as he nets the only goal for now in this mouth-watering encounter. They temporarily brought to a halt. It is Fulham who currently have time as their worst enemy, are currently chasing shadows at the Pirang football grounds. Time ticking fast. A player, tall, lanky Suleiman Nyandu is currently having a word with fourth official. Play will continue after some technical issues, as you couldn't heard from us. Foul in the center circle to the benefit of the away side, that is PTK, who are currently occupying the driving seat. Fast approaching half an hour. It is Fulham 0, PTK 1. PTK, under the guidance of head coach Abdoulaye Toure, want to make it 2 trophies. And standing their way is Fulham. PTK earlier on defeated Future Stars to clinch the knockout title. Manka Fati is called to action. An easy catch and he goes to the ground, but he is back on his feet as he knows that time is currently his side's worst enemy. A lunge there, but they clear their lines. Tall, lanky Nyandu. Nyandu tries to connect, but the ball eludes and it is a throw-in to the benefit of Fulham. Aliu Jammeh will now leave the ball for Jibril Dabo. Jibril Dabo sends in a long one. They clear their line, PTK. The chase will continue. Number 2 there for his side. And Janko there for the Janko. Fode will try to connect. Zakaria again. Oh! Zakaria comes close. And that could have put the icing on the cake. Zakaria once again threatened the goal mouth of Fulham, but it went inches off the goal mouth as Fulham survived another scare. Headed away by Dabo, the team captain. Fulham, a beautiful fake there. Fulham there, tall, lanky Nyandu. Janko, who could have been a provider. Zakaria Njai leaves the ball as it eludes. Half an hour into the game with barely 10 minutes to go, which is equivalent to 600 seconds to the break. It is Dabo there for his side, PTK. He sends in a long one. PTK there again. They try to threaten. He goes to the ground. He wins a foul, barely 25 meters away from the goal mouth. PTK's Suleiman Nyandu demands the ball, but his player is currently on the ground, nursing an injury. If you are just joining in, it is the Pirang Task Force Committee under the guidance of Chairperson Sajo Kanyi, sponsored by the Inspector General of Police Sidi Mukhtar Toure, alongside co-sponsored by the National Assembly District. The aerial duel, they all miss as PTK clears their line district. The aerial duel, they all miss as PTK clears their line. The chase continue. Manga will allow the ball to elude as it is another goal kick to Fulham. Fulham time ticking fast towards the break. Manka Fati, the man between the sticks, and knowing fully that time is not on his side as we fast approach the break. Manka will deliver. He sends in a long one. He tries to connect. Zakaria, the goal scorer. Dabo clears his line. Dabo there for his side. The aerial duel, and it is a throw-in to the benefit of PTK, quickly taken by Dabo, the team captain, Alassana, Omar Dabo Rada, and it is a goal kick to Fulham FC as once again Manka will deliver and he connects to Gay. Gay Musa, a solid centre back. He connects to the number 14. The chase will continue on the left side of attack. Mohamed Haidara. Mohamed Haidara, he loses cheaply but regains possession. Mohamed to the number 17. Play will continue. He tries but it is blocked. Sambukani is involved. Sambukani, but he loses cheaply. And the chase will continue. But Manka Fati is called to action and he clears the line. The chase there. Dabo loses and he goes to the ground, to the frustration of the Fulham players who thought it was too cheap. But the referee, who is a few meters away from the action, deemed it otherwise. And it is a foul to the benefit of the knockout champions who are on a mission that is to make it trophy number 2 this season. But standing their way is Fulham, a solid side. Number 4 there, Alassana Baji. He sends in a long one, headed away. The chase will continue. A coincidence, number 14 against number 14. Zakaria, the goal scorer, but loses cheaply as Fulham will launch another attack. Dabo clears his line. Janko is called to action. Tall Lanky in the middle of the park. They lose cheaply as Fulham will launch another attack. The referee urges him to take a few steps back as Fulham will launch another attack and Musa Gay will deliver. Musa Gay, he sends in a long one. He connects, headed, but the team captain for his side, Dabo Umar, clears his line. The first yellow card of the game. First yellow card of the game goes to Jibril Dabo. Jibril Dabo makes history as, for the wrong reasons rather, as he becomes the first player to be on the receiving end, as it is a yellow card to Fulham FC, who are currently trailing at the Pirang football grounds in the league final, co-sponsored by the Inspector General of Police and the National Assembly member of the district, Honorable Abdul Sow. Time ticking fast as we approach the break. A lineup there. PTK sends in a long one. The number 14 heads away. Tall Lanky Alassane Nyandu, but they lose cheaply. Falcao Sambukani wins it for his side. Team captain Musa Gay. He connects to Lamin Jabang, but fast play. The referee is unimpressed. Musa Gay. Musa Gay will line it up for Fulham. Musa Gay, solid centre back, tactically disciplined. Musa will send in a long one. Musa Gay. He delivers and sends in a long one, but it couldn't trouble the netminder Mbemba Cisse as the ball eludes. Time ticking fast, under 200 seconds to play before the whistle is blown for the break. Though unofficial, as we are not timekeepers. He sends in a long one. The aerial duel as Fulham regains possession. The Fulham player goes to the ground. Lamin Jabang, the left-footed defender. A player goes to the ground and Mohamed Haidara wins it for his side. Mohamed again, he wins another free kick. Mohamed has been a thorn on the flesh of the PTK right side of defense as he wins back-to-back free kicks barely in under 50 seconds. Play temporarily brought to a halt with time ticking fast. One of the fan is being urged to leave a particular technical area of the field. Two additional play temporarily brought to a halt as the officials try to address one or two things. Head coach Abdullah back to his designated area. A corner kick to Fulham, who are currently chasing shadows. With time ticking fast, 2 additional minutes before the break. 2 additional minutes before the break. It is either for Fulham to strike or else they will be going into the break with a goal down. And they will be given a daunting task, a mountain to climb. PTK, who are on a mission that is to make it 2 out of 2. He goes into the air and it is a foul, says referee Bajamba Bojang. Time ticking fast towards the break. Fulham player, PTK player rather, nursing an injury. But he is back on his feet. A set piece to PTK. The player is back on his feet, though currently feeling some pain in his hand. He delivers and sends in a long one. Headed away. Janko is called to action. Lamin Jabang, Musake. A sloppy there, but they clear their line. And it is another throw-in to PTK, whilst Fulham continue to chase shadows. Play temporarily brought to a halt under 80 seconds. At the Pirang football grounds. It is the league final, pitting 2 heavyweights in Fulham against PTK. For Team PTK, it is to defend with all their lives, and they will go into the break with a slender 1-0 lead, whilst Fulham will have to react, or else they will be going into the break with the back foot. Manka Fati. In what could probably be the last action, Manka sends in a long one. The referee, Bajamba Bojam, blows the whistle as it is time for the break, and team talk will be next for the both head coaches, as this is a time when they will have 15 minutes break to talk with their players. Head coach Lamin Fabure of Fulham will be currently shouldering pressure on his heavy shoulders, whilst the relieved among the 2 coaches is Coach Abdullah Bojang, who is currently energizing himself with water as his side go into the break with a slender official kickoff to be taken by the Inspector General of Police. Among a host of dignitaries, we will now witness the traditional handshake to be ushered by the Pirang Task Force Committee. The Pirang Task Force Committee, under the guidance of Chairperson Sajo Kanyi, the Inspector General of Police. Behind him closely is the National Assembly Member of Combo East, Honorable Abdul Sow, followed by the District Chief, that is Bakari Sanyang. We also have the Ward Councillor of Pirang Ward, Honorable Lamin Diba. We have the mouthpiece of the Birkama Area Council, Lamin Singate. Among a host of dignitaries, we also have the Director General, the Gambia Radio and Television Services, Abdullah C. Okay. We also want to recognize Madam Baling Bojang, one of the two female in the dignitaries, alongside the lady from Germany. We also have Sirif Toure of Pirang, Mr. Amidou Nyasi, a certified state registered nurse of the Pirang Health Center. We also have Faburama Toure, known as Eme, a brother to the Inspector General of Police, who was another deadly striker for Pirang during his playing days. Alcaro Moro Sama Bojang of Pirang, Janko Solo Toure, Tijan Bojang. These are all the dignitaries still on the traditional handshake. The traditional handshake. And the Inspector General of Police, Sidi Mukhtar Toure, back to his hometown, will officially do the kickoff. Kickoff to be done by the Inspector General of Police, who co-sponsored this league alongside the NAM of the district, Honorable Abdul Sow. Chief Bakari Sanyang, Ward Councillor of Pirang Lamin Diba, Director General GRTS Abdullah C. Pa Usman Toure Rada. Yes. The official kickoff that will be coordinated by the central referee. Here comes one of the guests from the National Assembly member who journeyed all the way from South Africa to the Gambia and Combo East, to be precise, Yas and Kanis. So I don't know who took the kickoff. Kanis? Basiru Toure. Okay, a son to Pa Usman Toure took the official kickoff. And any moment we'll head back to the field. And there we go. The whistle has been blown by central referee Bajamba Bojang. PTK there as they clears their line, now attacking from right to left. And whilst their opponents on the day, Fulham are attacking from left to right from the VIP section. Quickly taking PTK there. They regain possession after losing to Fulham. Fulham there. Let's see. The flag is raised as it is an offside to PTK, who want to double their lead. Lamin Jabang there. Aliu Jame rather. Aliu wearing number 2, he sends in a long one. The aerial duel won by Nyandu as Jere Dampa is called to action. He regains possession. Musa Gay. Musa will try to connect to Jibril Dabo. Abdullah there, he goes to the ground under a Rasi challenge from Jibril Dabo. Jibril, who made headlines for the wrong reasons, becoming the first player to be on the receiving end. Goalkeeper Manka Fati, an easy catch and quickly launched an attack on the left side of attack. The ball eludes Mohamed Haidara, who has been very much lively in the first half for Fulham. Jame there, Lamin Jabang. Jabang sends in a long one. A foul, says central referee Bajamba Bojang. A player on the ground, a Fulham player on the ground, currently nursing an injury. Fulham player goes to the ground as he nurses an injury. Double substitution for Fulham, who are currently chasing their head coach, Lamin Fabure, knowing time is his worst enemy. He has reacted and he will be introducing some fresh legs as they continue to chase. Substitution, Al-Kazim Bari will be introduced. Al-Kazim Bari is the player that will be introduced, and making his way is a player who made history for the wrong reasons, Jibril Dabo. Jibril Dabo is withdrawn for Al-Qasim Bari. The number 14, Lamin Jabang, the left-sided fullback, makes way. He makes way as Fulham will launch another attack from the set piece. Tall Lanky, he sends in a long one. Sambukani again, he comes close, but he missed target as PTK continue to occupy the driving seat as they are currently leading by a slender 1-0 lead. Centre back there, he will launch another attack. PTK, he sends in a long one into the air, trying to connect the goal scorer, Zakaria Njai. Another chance there for Janko. Janko connects to Zakaria Njai. Could he replicate the one in the first half? But this one skies over the bar, and it is a goal kick to Fulham FC, who continue to chase Sados. Time ticking fast. Manka Fati, he connects to the left side of defense. Manka Fati for his side. He sends in a long one into the D area as PTK clears their line. 5 minutes played into the second half. Kemo Kanyi, we have seen the side who are currently trailing, that is Fulham, who were the better side in the opening minutes, reacted as they chased Sados by introducing 2 fresh legs.
Yes, I mean, Suare, like the first half we have seen, Fulham, they started the second half as well on a very, very high note. Then we have seen their captain come close, Kanyi, but he again failed to capitalize on that and to utilize it into a goal. And then minutes after, or moments after, we have also seen their opponents as well reacting to that particular chance through the goal scorer, Zakaria, but this time his shot, flies over the crossbar. I mean, the game remains 1-0 to the PTK side, and then that is in their favor. And then, but the entire first half, you have seen them trying to making sure that they stay onto that particular lead, and then they managed to do so. And then the entire first half ended by a lone goal 2-0. And then we are back into the second half now. They still will try to maintain the lead if they are not able to add up their advantage into this game, while their opponents will also be fighting very hard to making sure that they reply back this particular goal that they have scored, that they have conceded into the game. So, I mean, it's a closely tense affair between the two sides as expected in the final. We don't expect to see, I mean, so many goals, because if you concede the goal, the team that scores will try to making sure that they rally behind the ball and then try to hit their opponents on the counter-attacking football. We have seen PTK doing that on occasion where Zakaria came very close, but in the end he, I mean, squandered that one as well. So Fulham keep fighting very hard in the entire first half, and then but they have failed to, I mean, get any of their chances into the back of the net. And the second half has now resumed. They have started the second half very well on a high note as well. So let's see at the end of the day which of the sides here will be going home with the trophy. But solely, and then it has to be a more clinical side that will be going home with this particular trophy. It's a coveted one in Pirang here. Every team, especially these two that are currently battling it out, will want to go home with the trophy, and then started the league at a very, very, I mean, high note, and also that will also raise their confidence into going to the new Norwegian season. But as for now, it is 1-0 to that of the leaders, PTK United, and then the Fulham keeps fighting, and then currently they're having a free kick at a very, very, I mean, crucial point for them. Let's see what they will do about that, but it's been headed out.
Exactly, Kemo. They come threatening with the new entrance there, but Jared Damva tries to connect to the left side of attack. Sambukanyi again, but another miss. As we can see, the entire technical area of Fulham are on their feet. But we have our chief statistician, that is Sanyamba, as he takes us through with some of the statistics.
Thank you very much, Ben. This is one of the most crucial moments of the game. It determines the winner, who will be going home with that glittering trophy. PTK can either go for more goals or defend, and then Fulham have to put more reinforcement to ensure that they have the goal. And then if you watch the game very well, you realize that
35-25, yeah.
Zakaria of PTK is another ambitious footballer who is doing everything possible, at least to secure a goal for his people. He's agitated very well. And then if you look at the environment of the field also, it's like it's invaded by melodious sound from fans who we also should recommend, because it's like they are putting more appetite to the field. So at any moment, we will know who's going to be the winner, since we are in the second half, Ben.
Thank you very much, Sanyamba, for that statistics, a very important statistics. A very important statistics. We have seen two players, Suleiman Mambure and Fode Janko, currently having an exchange of words. But again, Tall Lanky Tarawale there for his side. Let's see Jere Damfa. Jere for his side. Left footer. He connects to the left side of attack. He sends in a powerful one. Headed away as Fulham continues to knock the door. But no answer yet as the doors continue to be closed. Goal scorer is involved, but once again, play continues. Tall Lanky to Jared Damfa. Jared connects, but they lose cheaply as PTK will now launch another attack, but sluggishly taken as Musa Gay regains possession. Play will continue. Tall Lanky Trawale. He loses cheaply. Combative Jared Damfa. Combative Jared Damfa regains possession as Fulham wins another free kick. Tall Lanky, Usman Trawale connects to Aliou Jame. Aliou to the left side of the Fulham attack as PTK regains possession and clears their line. And like Sanyamba said, we have seen two fans who made it to the field and have made this final very much entertaining and lively with their melodious songs cheering their respective sides. Zakaria launched a high boot, and with that tackle, he goes into the referee's book. Zakaria is on the receiving end. He made history earlier on, becoming the first and only player for now to find the back of the net. But this time will be 35,000 richer today, whilst the runners-up will be going home with a consolation prize of $25,000. PTK, who currently have their noses in front and occupying the driving seat. There we go, Zakaria again, but he couldn't connect. Beautiful play from Musa Gay. Sambukani, he drops it for the number 15, but an easy catch for Mbemba Cisse. Mbemba, who was a hero a fortnight ago, as he saved a penalty, and when things mattered for his team, he took a penalty, and from 12 yards, he scored a beautiful penalty to which comes to a premature end as he makes way for the number 18, who is quickly thrown into the fray, Musa Gay. Musa Gay sends in a powerful one, headed away by an alerted defense of play will continue. A chance there, but they couldn't find the back of the net. Fulham continue to knock the doors. But a resolute PTK defense. Definitely, Jared Damval tries to connect, headed away. Jared will go into the air. He wins aerial duel, cleared away by Fode Janko. Shot Fode Janko, very instrumental in the middle of the park. Manka Fati. Manka will connect. His player goes to the ground as he wins another free kick for his side. Quarter an hour played, 25 more minutes, plus additional time as PTK edges closer. But standing their way is the stubborn and resolute Fulham. New entrance there. What can he do? He connects. Sambu, what can he do? Sambu again. As the chase continues, foul, says referee Bajamba Bojang, to the frustration of Jared Damfa, who thought it was a 50-50 challenge, but the referee thought otherwise. Kemo Kanyi, time ticking fast in the second period as we have played 16 minutes, though unofficial as we are not timekeepers, but PTK are edging very closer to the land of their dreams.
Yes, very well. The leaders are PTK, and the head coach for the Fulham side, Lamin Fabre, has just been sent off by the for misbehavior into this particular contest, and the game continues here. His side, Fulham, continue to fight very well in trying to making sure that they restore parity for themselves before the final whistle is gone. We have seen them creating a lot of goal scoring opportunities already into this particular game. Already in the first 15 minutes that we have played in the second half, they have created about 3 very good opportunities for them, but the resolute defense line for their opponents, PTK United, remains focused and then dealing with their dangers, with a high note. And then this is what you expect from a team when you are down. You need to making sure that you keep mounting pressures on your opponent for you to be able to come from behind or restore parity for yourself and then do the needful as the game proceeds. But as of now, they have been knocking doors Fulham against the PTA side, but nothing is being open for them as of now. So they will need to keep fighting as they are doing. since the start of the first half. We have seen them have been the most threatening side, but PTK, a little chances that are fall for them, they are able to capitalize on one of them and then put themselves to the lead into the game. So currently it is still 1-0 in favor of the PTK side, while their opponents Fulham are fighting again to restore parities for themselves. But remember, I mean, as Sanyamba had informed us here, that in the previous final that was played between the two, Fulham emerged as winners by 4-1. So in this game, for them, they are working for a double over the same opponent, while their opponent PTK, I mean, is trying to put a revenge over them in this particular final. So if they are able to win this, so it is going to be 1-1 in final. So Fulham winning by 4-1, and then for them, their revenge over them if the game stays like this with a 1-0 scoreline. So that will also be a good news for the PTK side. So they wouldn't want to lose this particular game again. Losing two finals in a row against an opponent wouldn't be a good news, or wouldn't be any welcoming, I mean, condition or situation that a team will be able to accept easily. I mean, Suare.
Exactly, Kemo Kanyi. Fulham now have a chance to level matters, to restore parity. A free kick 20 yards from the goal mouth. Let's see what it will yield for Fulham. Let's see what the free kick will yield for Fulham with three players behind the ball. 3 players behind the ball who will execute. Mbemba Cisse already lined up a 5-man wall, a 6-man wall rather. They leave the ball for Usman Tarawale. Tarawale takes a few steps. He will deliver. Tarawale, here he comes. Tarawale will deliver. He sends in a powerful one as a foul there, says referee, and a Fulham player is on the receiving end. Another yellow card. Another yellow card for a Fulham player. We shift our attention to some internationals as Manchester United currently lead Chelsea with time ticking fast towards the end of that game. Manchester are leading by 2-1 at the 89th minute. A minute plus additional time, and the red half of Manchester, it will be a memorable win. But back to the Pirang football grounds, Mali lead is withdrawn. Mali lead is withdrawn with 18 minutes to play plus additional time, and to replace him is his own namesake, Zakaria Cisse, in an all Zakaria duo. Sorry there for the player. Fulham chasing shadows with time their biggest enemy. Dabo Janko rather, Fode Janko, small but very technical, wins a foul for PTK in his own half. With time ticking fast, with the clouds dark on the eastern end, but we hope it does not rain, as we want to witness a very much lively final. Headed away for the Janko again. He's called to action, the number 13. What can he do? He tries to dribble past his marker as he wins his side a throw-in. Abdoulaye Toure, head coach of PTK, patrolling the area, wearing a Manchester United jersey, will be very much happy and delighted with the way things are unfolding. Another header as it is another throw-in. Adam Abaji alias Eto having a word with the match commissioner. New entrance for his side. Sambukani. He goes to the ground and wins his side. Another free kick on the right side of attack for Fulham. Substitution lined up as Fulham continues to chase Sados. Fulham continues to chase Sados. The drama continues as head coach Lamin Fabure is having a word with the fourth official in what could be. Here comes the tall lanky. He delivers, but the ball eludes, and it is a goal kick to the delight of the players behind the post as they are called to action. Suleiman Mambure, who has been a workaholic in his side, Fulham, is being withdrawn. He's been withdrawn for the number 7 as Fulham continue to knock doors. 35,000 will be the prize money for the winner, whilst the runners-up will be going home with a consolation prize of $25,000. Baji sends in a long one, headed away by Dabo, the team captain, as Fulham will continue to attack. Dabo for his side. He wins a free kick for his side. 25 minutes on the clock though official, with 15 minutes, quarter an hour to play. It is still PTK who are on a mission. Last season, they went to 2 finals and lose all. But this season, they are just barely 14 minutes plus additional time away from a historic evening as they want to make it a double this season. Double there for his side, captaining his side, quickly taking, cleared away, PTK. Fulham will launch on the right side of attack. Sambukani. He sends in a powerful one. Again, Sambukani comes very close. Sambukani, once again, he is frustrated. He urges his fans to cheer the team as he is very much lively. Sanyamba.
Ben, thank you very much for that wonderful commentary. I am sensing something here. It's like Fulham is trying to invade PTK defense line. And if PTK, their coach, did not play their
card there, won by a PTK player, but the ball is with Fulham. A sloppy pass there. The player goes to the ground, but the referee is not interested, to the frustration of their technical area. Dabo, therefore, his side. Omar Dabo brings a player down and he goes into the referee's book. He goes into the referee's book. Bajamba Bojang, the man tasked to oversee proceedings at the Pirang football grounds. Time ticking fast as we approach the half-hour mark. Jared Damfa, combative midfielder for his side. He connects to the number 11 as they clear their line. It is 2 teams with 2 different missions. For Team PTK, defend with all their lives, and at the final whistle, they will be crowned. Half an hour played at the Pirang football grounds. PTK on a defensive mission, whilst Fulham on an attacking mission. But time is currently the biggest enemy. Headed away, and the ball eludes and leaves the field of play as it is another goal kick to the delight of PTK. PTK, who have under 600 seconds plus additional time to lay their hands on this very important trophy. PTK centre back sends in a long one, headed away by his opposite. Fode Janko is called to action. The aerial duel won by Fode Janko. Fode Janko, a very much combative midfielder who has been very much present in the middle of the park. Again, name. There they come. A poor clearance, but the netminder rescues his. Your name? Kemokanyi. Time ticking fast. We have seen your brother in Sambukanyi coming very close for Fulham, but the doors are yet to be open for Fulham.
Yes, Ben, I mean, he had come, Sambu, coming very close on several occasions for his side.
Play will continue. He launched a long one, and it is now Fulham. Fulham there, the number 5. What can he do? He tries to dribble pass, but Dabo was equal to the task as he wins a throw-in for his side. Umar Dabo leading by example as he is keeping his side. as they edge very close to glory. He sends in a long one. Fulham will now launch an attack on the left side of attack. What can he do? He dribbles past his marker, but the ball is cleared and it is another throw-in. Dabo on the ground. Oh no. Another PTK player currently nursing an injury. Referee waves play on. He doesn't pass his marker. He sends in a long one. But the goalkeeper, again Fulham knocking at doors. What can he do? What can he do? They clear their line. Foul, says referee Bajamba Bojang. The Fulham defense are not very much happy with the new entrance. They are not happy with the new entrance as Fulham Sambukanyi being calmed down, and he goes into the referee's book. Sambukanyi, who has been very much lively with about close to 5 goal scoring chances, but he has been missing the target. Sambu is currently having a word with Adam Abaji. They were teammates in the Pirang town team as they played together for almost a decade or so. Play temporarily brought to a halt with the clock reading 37 minutes on the clock. Time ticking fast. Abdoulaye Toure, who will be the joyous man if the scoreline stays this way, as his side edges closer to another glory. I would like to acknowledge the presence of my brother Mohamed Bojang, who traveled all the way from Brikama to be part of this final, and he is a very happy man as he is associated with PTK. PTK centre back will deliver. He sends in a powerful one into the half of Fulham. The chase will continue. The number 10 there for PTK. Baji there. Baji loses, and it is another throw-in under 120 seconds plus additional time. Though unofficial, as we are not timekeepers. Time ticking fast. Time ticking fast. Time ticking fast. Another substitution. A powerful one there. But Manka Fati, the netminder, is equal to the task. He connects to Musa Gay. Musa clears the line. PTK clears their line. And Fulham will launch another attack. Sambu Kani. Sambu, but Fode Janko clears the line. What can he do? He tries to beat him with some beautiful skill. Play will continue. PTK. Zakaria there. Zakaria. Fode Janko. They clear their line. New entrance. He clears his line. Zakaria. Zakaria. Zakaria there. Play will continue on the blind side of defense, but it was already an offside. Manka Fati again. Manka there. Time ticking fast. Time ticking fast. Musage. He launched in a long one, headed away by an alerted PTK defense. He goes to the ground. The chase continues. New entrance. What can he do? He connects to the number 10. A chance there, but again, sluggish with the final third. It is a goal kick. 300 seconds for PTK. 300 seconds for PTK. 5 additional minutes. 5 additional minutes as PTK edge very close. PTK marching towards another glorious evening. The Red Cross are called to action as Fulham, who currently have time as their biggest enemy, are a man down as they continue to chase Sado Aliu Jame, who has been very much exceptional at the back. He is on the ground nursing an injury. Fode Janko, probably one of the most outstanding players, clears his line and deployed in a high bat number 8 role. He has been very much excellent for his side. Time edging closer. He sends in a long one, Sambu Kanyi. What can he do? PTK clears their line. They'll go into the air. PTK again. But foul says central referee, the number 10 and the number 13. Tall Lanky Tarawale. Tall Lanky Tarawale as Jared Damfa leaves the set piece duties. Tarawale sends in, he connects. What can he do? Foul says referee, to the disappointment of everybody affiliated with Fulham. Time is currently their biggest enemy as Coach Abdoulaye Toure is like he got his tactics right as he is very much closer to the dreamland. Abdoulaye Toure must have been remembered by the PTK faithfuls if he should guide PTK to another memorable evening. A fortnight ago at this very ground, he won the knockout against Future Stars, a game that ended in a goalless draw during regulation time, only to be decided via the post-match penalty shootouts. And Yankuba Jallo, who was very much impressive for Future Star, from 12 yards, he sent in a shot that skied over the bar, and it was all but enough to win it for PTK. Yankuba Kamara rather, instead of Yankuba Jallo. With time ticking fast, Dabo there for his side. Captain leading by example. Corner kick says referee Bajamba Bojang. Time ticking fast.
Thank you very much, Ben, for that wonderful commentary. It's like there's a fierce battle for that matter. And then by looking at the game, you realize that all the coaches are on their feet, yelling at their footballers, who will go with $35,000. What a lucrative amount of prize for that matter. I'm recommending the committee of Pirang for that huge amount of money. This is the only way that they can promote sports in Pirang. And then we are saying kudos to all the sports committees, stakeholders, whoever is here, dignitaries from different diverse in Gambia here. We are saying a big bravo to all of you.
Exactly like you said, a big kudos to the Inspector General of Police, Sidi Mukhtar Toure, and not forgetting the National Assembly of the area, that is Honorable Abdul Sow, who also co-sponsored this final, this league rather, and time ticking fast. Madam Sow having a word with head coach Fabure, Jallo rather, Aminata Jallo with Fabure. Probably the happiest man today in the entire Pirang will be Abdoulaye Toure. Abdoulaye Toure continues to patrol his area. He sends in a long one in what could probably be the last action. Time ticking fast. Time ticking fast. A player goes to the ground. Zakaria Sanyamba have a word or two.
Yes. Ben, by looking at the fans, it's like Fulham, PTK is dominating the fans of Fulham. It's like PTK fans That is it.
There goes the whistle, and it is mission completed for PTK as they make it 2 out of 2. PTK wins trophy number 2 as they etch their name in the history books of the Pirang annual Nawetan. You could see the celebration, and like Sanyamba said moments ago, it is like even on the sidelines, it is PTK fans who were the dominant force against their opponents, Fulham. Coach Abdullah Toure again delivers another masterclass.
Let them wait. Some of them here, they are to award a certificate. Let them wait.
The message from the organizing committee is for the dignitaries to stay put, as some of them will be receiving prestigious certificates. Next on the menu is going to be the award ceremony. We come to a tail end, and job well done to the officials. Fode Janko has been very much instrumental during the course of the evening. Fode Janko of P2K. Fode Janko, and watching on the sidelines is Mohamed Bojang, who traveled all the way from Birkama to watch this final, and PTK makes it a double. Mission completed for head coach Abdullah Toure. Abdullah Toure will be celebrated for eternity in PTK. And my colleague Aissatou Jane also, who journeyed all the way from Josuan to grace this occasion, will also be celebrating another victory. It has been 2 out of 2 for PTK as they make it a double. They win the knockout a fortnight ago after their triumph against Future Stars when Yankuba Kamara, solid centre back, missed from 12 yards, which was all but enough to hand the title to PTK. And today again, another masterclass from a genius tactician, Abdullah Toure, an only strike from Zakaria Njai was all but enough to win it for PTK under the watchful eyes of the Inspector General of Police, Sidi Mukhtar Toure, who journeyed back to his hometown to be part of a league he co-sponsored alongside Bontobon parliamentarian Abdul Sow. It is the Pirang League final, and PTK have done the double. PTK avenged their last year mistakes. Last season, PTK went to both finals and they lose both finals. And Fulham defeated them in one of the finals. But this year around, like a common phrase among Gambian coaches, they went back to the drawing board. They went back to the drawing board and they win it all. They rectified their mistakes. And today, their growing trophy cabinet, they will add another very important trophy. That is the league trophy. PTK continue to write history. PTK, a household name. Last season, it was no trophies, and they went back to the drawing board, and they rectified their errors. And this time around, they don't only went one step better, but 2 steps better by winning the double. As coach Abdullah Toure mastermind another very important win for his side. Omar Dabo, who started as the team captain for P2K, will once again be laying his hands on another very important trophy. Already trophy under the umbrella as PTK completes the double. Pirang Talibekunda, PTK, the acronym of Pirang Talibekunda, continues to write history. A big thank you to LSTV, who have been on the side bringing you all the drama unfolded at the Pirang football grounds. Samukani was inside, wearing number 10 and skippering his side under the watchful eyes of the Inspector General of Police and the National Assembly member of Combo East, Honorable Abdul Sow. You can see it is a fiesta and a jamboree for P2K. It is jamboree and fiesta for P2K. What for Fulham, you can read from their facial expression, they are dejected and frustrated after they lose to PTK. This is a team that dented the chances of PTK winning glory last season. But this time around, PTK avenged. It was a mission to avenge, and they solely did it after it was a masterclass from Coach Abdoulaye Toure. Abdoulaye Toure, a man who will be remembered for eternity by all the PTK faithfuls. He guided PTK to a double, probably the first of a kind in their history. The award ceremony is next on the line. Chairperson Sajo Kanyi with his team are currently working on some of the presentations. We are very much fortunate because the day is still very young. Darkness is yet to encroach the Pirang football grounds. Celebrations on the other end as PTK wins the double. For a Janko, who to me was the man of the match. For a Janko, short and small in size, but very intelligent, very combative, and he was very much equal to the task. For a Janko will go a long way in becoming a key player not only for PTK but as a community.
Your team that you beat last year in the knockout final. First of all, let me ask you, what do you think went wrong this today?
Today, I would say that it's one of the bad moments for my coaching career. For the first time in my history, losing a grand final like this. I was really not expecting for sure PTK will win this, but it's a game of football. We all came to fight for this trophy, for sure. Though we are the domination of the game, but unfortunately we are not lucky to win the game. So I would say a big congratulations to PTK for winning the trophy.
What do you think went wrong? Like you said, you were a better team, you created chances. But again, I mean, you felt this sport.
Unfortunately, it's football, but this final I prepare a lot. But on peaceful day, some of my players got injured, and then they couldn't recover, and those are my key players for it. I changed a lot of things. So, but you know, in having a team, you should not rely on one player. Though, but they are the powerful of my team. My number 10 is not available, my number 11 is not available, and who is the top scorer of my team. So I think so that haunts me a lot for losing this final. Has it been that when I have all those players, I should have won the game since.
Well, I mean, Fulham is a big team. Last year you won the knockout, this year you went to the league final. Of course, when we ask, what are you trying to do?
First of all, this year, I have told you in the press, we want to dominate the Pirang. That's my motion for it. And then this is a big achievement for me, and then and the entire team, and then my staff, and then my people there in the diaspora. They motivate me a lot. And then the more they give me motivation, that gives me more active in Fulham. So that's because of it, we dominated. We took the League Super Cup, we took the FA knockout. Now we lose the main league. So it's a win for us. I will not say we are lost today, but it's a win for us. Because if you see that the past 3 years, we have been winning for trophies. So losing today, I would say he puts my memory down, but I would say it's a question for me, and then it's a learning point for me to know my mistake and then to work it out in next season.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, thank you so much.
We call on the Inspector General of Police to come forward and receive his prestigious certificate. The Inspector General of Police, who, alongside the National Assembly member of the district, Honorable Abdul Sow, co-sponsored this league tournament. And the winner, a round of applause for the Inspector General of Police. The Inspector General of Police marches towards the chairperson of the Pirang Task Force Committee as he receives a certificate of appreciation. He adds another certificate to a growing list of international and national certificates. And next, we call on the co-sponsor, Honorable Abdul Sow, parliamentarian of Combo East, as he come forward. And the chief of Combo East, Bakari Sanyang. Bakari Sanyang, we call you to hand over this certificate of appreciation to Honorable Abdul Sow. This was a campaign promise Abdul Sow made as he eyed for the top office of the district. Knowing football is a unifying force, Abdul made a campaign promise that his office will solely be part of football. Next, we call on Pa Usman Toure to receive his prestigious certificate, and Amidou Nyasi, a state registered nurse, a state midwife, registered midwife, will hand over to Pa Usman Toure, the VDC chairperson. Amidou Nyasi will hand over to Pa Usman Toure a certificate of appreciation from the Pirang Task Force Sports Committee. Job well done, chairperson Pa Usman Toure. Next, we call on Aissatou Bojang to hand over a certificate of appreciation to the Ward Councillor of Pirang Ward, Honorable Lamin Diba. Lamin Diba, who yesterday was another recipient of another important certificate, will add another important certificate to a growing list of certificates. Lamin Diba, Ward Councillor, who has supported all the communities in his ward prior to the commencement of the district sports. Thank you very much, Councillor. Next, we call on Janko Solo Toure Janko Solo Toure will hand over a certificate of appreciation to Mr. Tijan Bojang, the former chairperson of the Pirang Sports Committee. We now call on Tijan Bojang to receive another certificate of appreciation from the Pirang Task Force Sports Committee led by Chairperson Sajo Kanyi. Next, we call on Keba Sanyang to hand over a certificate of appreciation, and the recipient is no other person but my boss, Abdullah C. We now call on Abdullah C to receive a certificate of appreciation from the Pirang Task Force Committee. Thank you very much, DGC. Another important certificate. Next, sir. Next. Team awards, huh? Team awards, yes. Sorry, PTK, please, you have all night long to celebrate, huh? We now call on the Best Fans Club, and the Best Fans Club will be awarded by Honorable Lamin Diba, and it goes to Kabombo. Kabom FC. A representative of Kabom can come forward and receive the awards. Kabom. Job well done. That is a member of the Kabom Fans Club who goes home with the accolade of the Best Fans Club. And I know they must have not regretted the huge investment made during the course of the Nawetan. Next, we call on Pa Usman Toure to hand over the Best Players Award. And the best player of the tournament goes to Manga Fati. Manga Fati of Fulham wins the best player of the tournament. Manga Fati. Manga Fati, netminder for Fulham, wins the best player of the tournament. Many a times, it is attackers or midfielders who wins the best player of a tournament, but Manga defied the odds to become probably the first goalkeeper to win the best player of a tournament in Pirang. Next, we call on Abdullah C, and he will be handing over the prize of the best goal, and the winner is Charlie Toure. Abdullah C will be handing over to Charlie Toure. Charlie Toure of senior hands, that is the old hands. Charlie Toure. Charlie Toure who plays for senior player. Charlie Toure scored the best goal, and he will be going home with a token of appreciation and a certificate for a wonderful strike. Charlie Toure. Okay, Modlamin Toure. Okay, alias Charlie. Next is the award for the most disciplined team, and Ibrahima Nyandu, Blessiat, Kuloro. If they have a representative, Ibrahima Nyandu will hand over their certificate and token of appreciation for being the most disciplined team. And here comes Fode will receive the award on behalf of Blessiad. Blessiad were recognized as the most disciplined team. And last but not the least on the awards, the top scorer, which will be handed over by Sadio Kanyi, is no other person but Jibril Jaju. Jibril Jaju of Bukoto is the top scorer, and he will be going home with a cash prize and a certificate to recognize his achievements. Okay. Next, as we draw very much closer to the climax of this event, we will now call on Honorable Abdul Sow to hand over the runners-up prize to Fulham. Okay. All right. Okay, we will do it this way. The Inspector General of Police, Sidi Mukhtar Toure, will hand over the runners-up prize. That is very thoughtful of the IGP, and we now call the IGP to hand over the runners-up prize to Fulham FC. $25,000. Fulham, it is the Inspector General of Police as he hands over to Sambu Kanyi, alias Falcao, a deadly attacker during his heydays, but today was definitely a barren day as he fired all his shots. The Inspector General of Police, this is Sambu Kanyi. Next, as we come to the climax of this event, we now invite Honorable Abdul Sow as he hands over 35,000 and a giant trophy to the team captain, Umar Dabo. Umar Dabo. Umar Dabo, who has been very much instrumental, will come forward. Umar Dabo, a parade there. A parade for team captain Umar Dabo. Umar Dabo. Umar Dabo, as he makes it trophy number 2 in just 2 weeks. Umar Dabo lays his hands on the giant trophy, plus 35,000. PTK at $35,000 is richer today. DJ, be on standby as you will give them some entertainment.